Hello. This program is featuring Miss TaRhee and Mr. Rhee, a brother and sister. I'm their dad, and we will be giving our input on different things happening in their lives around the world, religious, secular, just anything that we feel that we want to discuss that will help people. That's what we'll be discussing. And now I'd like to introduce to you my two children. On the right is my daughter, who we'll call Miss TaRhee. Would you say hello, Miss TaRhee?
Hello.
And here is my son, who we'll call Mr. Rhee. Would you say hello, Mr. Rhee?
Bonjour.
Oh, Mr. Rhee. Mr. Rhee is a high school student. He's a freshman. So I imagine, Mr. Rhee, the reason you said bonjour is because you're studying French, maybe, or that was just something you said? You want to be different? In what way is that?
By not saying English.
By not saying English? Okay, that's beautiful. And Miss TaRhee is a high school senior, and Miss TaRhee has plans of attending college after high school, Miss TaRhee, is that correct?
Yes.
Have you made a decision on what you may want to pursue as a career or anything like that as far as college?
I was thinking something in the medical career,
Oh.
but I was also thinking like I could be a webmaster.
Oh, webmaster?
Yes.
Okay, that sounds interesting. And do you know anything about webmastering so far?
No.
Okay. All right. So why would you think that you want to be one?
Because I like sitting at the computer all day.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Okay, well, doing what?
Crap.
Okay, well, some people sit at video games all day doing
That's me too.
about the same thing. Also, that's totally you, huh? Any video games and computer.
Right? Does this light have to be on there? I mean, really?
Now, what did you say again?
Does this light have to be on?
Is the light bothering you?
Yes.
Well, let's try it without the light because I want people to be able to see you. You know how, okay, he stepped away. Let's see what he did. Oh. Okay, so he came back with one of my favorites, which you don't know, but your granddad used to wear a lot, was mirrored sunglasses. I love them myself. So he's come back with mirrored sunglasses because he said the light was a little bit too bright. There's a light on his camera.
Before that's on to be cut.
I don't think so. This is going to be like reality. And we're only going to cut anything that, like if you cut a deep fart, something like that, I'll probably cut that kind of stuff. But other than that, we're going for what we know on this. Okay, Mr. Rhee? Now, is there anything you guys would like to say to the audience that will be presenting
North
ourselves
Korea
to?
is dangerous.
Okay.
And not to be trusted.
Okay.
North Korea is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Kim Jong-il is a short, fat person who is crazy and he's worshipped like a god, and he is not. He is just a human, and he needs to be depowered as soon as possible, and North Korea needs to be sunk into the ocean, and along with all its people, and Bush is the devil.
Okay, so Mr. Rhee.
Oh, and so is Donald Rumsfeld, and Dick Cheney is fat.
Okay, so
and Condoleezza Rice is racist.
okay, so Mr. Rhee.
And Tony Blair is weird.
Okay, Mr. Rhee. So you're being a comic on this episode of Mr. Rhee and Miss TaRhee.
I'm just about these leaders who are.
So now, that's your honest to God opinion of these events and.
Except for all the North Koreans don't even accept that.
And drop it in the sea and all of that, huh? Because you understand that there's a lot of innocent young babies in North Korea also,
Well, they're
right?
probably already dead because basically everybody in their country is starving because of how horrible a leader Kim Jong-il is.
Okay. Now, Miss TaRhee, do you have anything to say on that kind of stuff?
No comment.
No comment. Now, the noise that we're hearing there is their animal. We have a dog. He's about 9 years old, a Kerry Blue Terrier, and
Nine.
he's just making a few noises in the background
He's
there.
9 years old?
Did I say 9 years old?
Yes,
Yes.
you did.
Sorry, I meant to say 9 months old. Okay.
Father, would you happen to know the time?
No, but there's a clock right there on that wall. I believe you can see it. Yeah. So what time is it?
About 7:30, 7:45.
Okay, thank you.
So I have about 15 minutes left.
So now, you remember that clock didn't have all the numbers on it, so you're learning to read that clock?
Yes.
Okay.
Bust him out of the internet.
Bust him out on the internet.
Yeah.
I know how.
Oh, that's embarrassing or something
Put
to
the
him.
spotlight on him.
I tell you, we're starting this up, that North Korea junk. Okay, we're being how we are, but I don't think you really believe any of that stuff that you said now, do you?
Like what?
Like they should be bombed into the sea or whatever you said.
No, but Kim Jong-il is evil.
Okay, and I explained that to you earlier that you don't know anything about Kim Jong-il except what the government
Kim
has
Jong-il.
let you know, what Bush has let be disseminated.
Kim Jong-il is evil.
Okay, and what would you say about that, Miss TaRhee?
No comment.
Miss TaRhee has no comment. She's you're not political, or you just don't have anything to say about that.
I'm not political.
Wait.
You're not political.
You don't know anything about Bush. So what makes
That's
you think,
correct.
What makes you think he's evil?
Bush may not even exist. 'Cause I've never seen him like I've seen you.
I'm done with this.
Well,
Bush
no,
may
but
not even
you're
exist.
talking. Right, how do I, like, we're talking, right? So have I ever seen him for real? He could be a camera trick. You don't really know.
So you think Bush never...
But I assume that he's for real, even though I haven't seen
Okay,
him.
you've never seen Jesus, so what about that?
Right, so I assume that Jesus is for real because I felt him, I heard him talk to me. And him I know is real, even though I haven't seen him. So now
you
Bush,
just-
I assume that too, that he's real, even though I haven't seen him. Because I really can't take it that they can manufacture all these TV images and whatever, and all the people that have said that they've seen him could be lying. So I assume that, and I can just
So
about
if
say
you have-
99.99999 that yeah, I believe Bush is real, but I can't say 100% because I've never seen him.
What do you think, he's a
Interesting.
hologram or something?
Maybe so, it could be.
Are we serious with this? That
This is
Bush
like a
could be hologram?
philosophical discussion about things. There's philosophers that say that the only thing that exists is what you can see, what's in your world. Like, what's his name? Immanuel Kant. You're in, wait a minute, Miss TaRhee. She's the psychology student. So have you heard of
No,
what I think
I'm
is
in
Immanuel
sociology.
Kant? Oh, you take psychology next semester?
Yes.
Okay, so you have no comment on this either?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So back to you, sir. Now, what I explained to you yesterday is that there's a lot of propaganda. To be an American, you have to believe American things. You have to believe in the line on the map and that this is the country that you're in, and it's a piece of paper that says this and that, the Constitution and this and that, and this is what you're under, and you elect to be under it. And so this is where your mind and your teaching and everything is going to go. So you don't know anything about Kim Jong-il because they're going to let you know what they want you to know to keep you a nice young American. Now, the things that come across about him could be true, but you only hearing little snippets. You've never been to North Korea. I bet you never in your life talked to a North Korean or anybody that's been to North Korea for real. All you
Talked to our old neighbor. She was Korean. And I talked to her not about Korea, but she was Korean.
well, South Korean, I imagine, though, right?
I don't know. Now tell me, okay, if Kim Jong-il is such a great leader, then why is South Korea so prosperous, but North Korea, everybody's starving?
Because there's
Because Kim Jong-il is the devil?
no, because there's injunctions against North Korea. I talked to you about that.
There are injunctions. Why are
Go ahead.
Then why aren't we injunction in France and England and Australia and everybody else, China? Why do we just single out North Korea? If there's nothing wrong with them, why do we choose North Korea?
Because they're not doing what the big wigs of this country want them to do. So they got injunctions.
In other countries, they're not doing what France says, they're not doing what England says, they're not doing what any of it. And there are like hundreds of nations in the United Nations. Why aren't they doing what basically the whole world says?
Who's that? What do you? Okay, start again about
the whole United Nations is putting sanctions out against them.
Against North Korea?
Yes.
They're afraid of North Korea. North Korea wants to stand on their own. They have a different, I think they have a different monetary system. I think their basic religious beliefs are different and all of that. They're afraid of them and don't want them to have anything. So the injunctions starve the people.
Wait.
Listen, I haven't finished. I let you talk, then you have to let me talk. You can't understand anybody if you butt in on what they're saying. And when I finish, then you get all of my thoughts about what I'm saying. Then you can say, well, hey, what? I didn't like that. I didn't like that. But just stop people saying, wait. And they haven't finished talking. You'll never learn anything. You understand? That's why God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. To do double the listening than you do talking. So now. So with that said, no, but actually, with that said, you can't go through life like that. I'm an American, so everything that they're saying and doing, and this is the greatest country in the world. About see, I've been places, been to war and whatever, and I've seen things, and it's not all like that, you know. Because I would have thought it was like that. I'm over here, actually in Vietnam. And I'm supposed to be whatever we're supposed to be doing over there for these people. Heck, and I saw people in our military uniforms spitting on the people and calling them gooks and stuff, and beating the kids trying to come get our garbage and stuff like this. So when you see that, all of that, it's an ideology, but it's just stuff that people talk. You're you. American, I'm Korean, I'm Canadian. You're you. And the only reason you're saying that is because you're within these lines that they drew on the map and said, okay, everybody here is this, and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And anybody else that tries to come in here has to have a paper that says they got to be here, or they got to go through this and this and this and that. But God didn't draw those lines and didn't make that. So actually, the only way you can say all of these things, I'm an American, is because you've been told that, you've been indoctrinated into that, into this political system. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really, why North Korea this and why this and that. They you know, I mean, of course, I don't want anybody that's going to have a bomb that's going to come over here and blow me up. But I don't really know that. You know, I'm going on what they say. And then, well, okay, I can say this. Let me tell you this, and let me look in your face with it. I can say these things because of my age, which is about almost 5 times yours, and the things that I've seen and my experiences have shown me that everything that they're talking about is not necessarily the truth. Okay?
So you said the lines of America are just lines. So it doesn't include that if I go to a country where, like, is China communist? I believe is China communist. Yeah. So if I go to China, you don't think, like, in America, there's so much crazy stuff. You can be Buddhist, the Kabbalah, Scientologist, Satanist, all this other kind of crazy stuff. But in China, you have to be communist. Everything is equal. So you can have any religion. You can have any religion. So you're saying America isn't different, and it just lines on the map when we have freedom of speech and stuff. And you have to have the same amount of money like everybody else. But in this country, you can have as much money as you want. Like the reason you want to do this whole YouTube thing is to get money. If we get $100,000, I bet you we'll have more money than somebody on the street. So that's how this country is different from other countries. It's because we can have $100,000 while somebody else can have only $50,000. So how is this country not different and just lines on the map? We have special freedoms that some other countries don't have.
Okay. So we're talking not so much freedoms. We're talking the monetary system that we have here, which this country is based on capitalism, which means what you're saying, get what you can get, you know, and it's all okay as long as it's legally. It's supposed to be legal. And they're saying, well, we want everybody to have the same thing. The state makes the money and doles it out to everybody equally. But then they're lying too. You know, because you look in any country, the top dogs always got all the, even though it's communist or capitalist, it's still the top dogs got all the money.
No, but the civilians.
The civilians might have, well, you're saying that here, that we're free to get all the money we can and all this, and this is what makes us different from everybody else, and blah 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 blah
and
blah.
That we can have our own religion, and we can write whatever. Like we were just watching 60 Minutes. That guy can write whatever he wants about President Bush. President Bush used to be a woman. President Bush was married to some prostitute. President Bush did this, and then he can't get messed up for that. But in Germany, they used to burn books back in the during World War II in Germany. They used to burn books that were about Jews, and we can write whatever we want. I mean, you can write a lie, and people read your book and stuff. Just anything. We can write about a wizard in England who goes to Hogwarts and flies on horses mixed with birds, and people buy the book, and the book is like $20. But in communists, you can't write stuff like that.
Don't put the camera on my face.
And and here's another way that you can justify capitalism. And okay, so everybody has to have the same thing. So let's say Miss TaRhee, she goes to Harvard University, gets her a I don't think they don't have Harvard in China, but she goes to the best school in China. She had to work really hard and get straight A's all through school, and then go to the best university in China, and she becomes one of the top neurosurgeons in China, and she still makes the same money as a janitor. Now, how is that fair? She has to work all this time to get a doctor's degree, and then she makes the same money as somebody who cleans up throw up in a bathroom.
Okay, that's because you're coming from a capitalistic mind. You're in a capitalistic country, so it's about money.
Exactly.
Okay, but suppose Miss TaRhee is going to school to do that, and she's doing the job because that's what she loves to do, irregardless of how much money she brings in. She's working for like people want you to do things for America. Do this, die for your country, which to me, yeah. But that's what she wants to do. And even if they didn't pay her, maybe that's what she wants to do. So people can be like that. So the communists, hey, this is what you want to do. We'll train you to do that. Everybody lives the same, but this is what you're doing. You enjoy what you're doing. But if what you're about is you want to make a whole lot of money, irregardless of what you do, and go to work every day and hate your job, but you're making a lot of money, you could do that too. So the communists could still be fair. That a doctor makes the same thing as somebody that cleans shit. So, hey, could be, you know, hey, it depends on where your mind is.
Okay, here's another example. She would want a payoff for all that work that she's done. So, I go to school and I study all night for like 5 hours. I don't watch any TV. I don't watch the shows that I like to watch. And then I go to school and I do a test. And I get a 66, and I'm supposed to have a 100. So this person didn't study at all, and we both get the same grade. I would want to pay off from all that studying, and I'm sure she would want to pay off from all the studying and hard work and getting neurosurgeon and stuff. She would want to pay off. I would want to get the same grade as somebody who didn't study, and I've been studying all night, and I did my best, and then I'm the same. I don't want to be on the same level as somebody who's done less than me. They didn't go to college and they did all this stuff, and then I get the same money as them. That's not right.
Okay, well, what's wrong with you did a lot of studying to get, what grade are you talking about? You talking about an A, a B, or a C?
An A, and then
okay, you got an A, and here's somebody that didn't study and gets an A.
Yes,
that's what you're saying.
Why would?
Okay, so did they cheat on the test?
Even if they like. He didn't study, but
what he said was like he's this one person, like, what did you say, they got a 66?
Yeah,
and
like
then,
a 66 or something.
Like, okay, he didn't study and he got a 66, but he went farther beyond him and still got a 66, even though he did all the work. So it's like he did all this work and didn't get an A, but instead got a D with the same, like, because everybody has to be the same.
Oh, you're speaking. Well, that's different. You can't. No,
I'm just. It's like a metaphor to how she would be working all this, and then she just gets squat like with this.
Well, okay, but that metaphor doesn't work. One person studying in the grade that he gets for what he,
It kind of does, because like the other thing he said with the janitor, like the janitor, you don't really have to do anything to be a janitor, but to be a doctor, a neurosurgeon, that takes like years of college and lots of work, but you still get paid the same thing as a janitor. Like he like didn't do didn't get any kind of education, just started right off the bat, but yet he gets this certain amount of money. You studied for about like 10 years.
Even
pay a whole bunch of money for college and stuff, and you still get paid as the same little janitor.
Okay, but then mostly in those communist countries, they pay for your schooling, so you don't have to pay for your college. But see, you're forgetting the point again. You're talking money. But what about you doing something that you like? So okay, now you could. The janitor makes $50 a week, and the doctor makes $50 a week. Okay, but hey, okay. Would you rather be making $50 a week cleaning shit out of toilets, or making $50 a week digging in people's brains?
That's what I'm saying.
What job is a better job?
Digging in people's brains.
Right. So hey, even though wouldn't you get more enjoyment out of fixing somebody's brain up than cleaning shit out of a toilet?
But I would still like to live comfortably. How am I gonna live comfortably with $50 a week?
Because no. What makes you think it's not comfortable? See, that's the thing. Well, that was just so what did you say? That was a metaphor. Okay, you use a metaphor. That's a metaphor. I'm not saying you're gonna be. Everybody's gonna have the same. So if the country has this, then everybody's gonna enjoy this, and this. If everybody is able to make this amount of money to have a 2001 Chevy, then that's what everybody has. If the country makes enough money for everybody to have a 2007 Escalade, then everybody has the same thing.
When you want to be better,
that's what I'm saying. So that's what capitalism is about. So anyway, that's what capitalism is about, Mr. Rhee. That somebody wants to have more than somebody else, and for somebody to have more than somebody else, they have to work somebody else. They have to get labor is what makes money. So they can make money off of something off of you. So that's what capitalism is about.
Somebody's suffering and somebody else is joy.
Right.
But see.
Now let's see. We have about 5 more minutes. And I got to beep something in it now too, since you got me going and I'm the first one made a big mistake.
Okay. But still. Wait, what did you say? Okay. I think it's a human instinct for somebody to just naturally want to be above somebody.
It must be, because that's the way it's been for thousands of years.
Exactly,
Kings and the royal families and the chiefs and all that.
So my grade sheet, it says you're a 7th in a class of blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And why would I want to be number 7 with everybody else? Naturally, I would be number 1 or above somebody. Like. Even God says no other gods before me. God wants to be top dog. God doesn't want to be number 1. God don't want Allah and Buddha number 1 with him and all these, and Satan up top with him at number 1. But God wants to be top dog.
Well, that's assuming you're God. But see, some people would say that Allah and Buddha is whatever. I don't know if Buddha is supposed to be a god, but some people would say that. So you're saying your God wants to be top dog, right?
Yeah, he said no other gods before me. I am the jealous God.
So then you're saying that you're a Christian, a believer in Jesus Christ?
Yes.
Okay. The dog even bumped up and said, "Heck yeah, me too." So what about you, Miss TaRhee?
Yes.
You're a Christian, a believer in Jesus Christ?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what was your point again? Your basic question. Did you ask me a question?
The Bible says that we should be Christian comes from the word. It used to be like a bad term for us in old days, but it means Christ-like. So to be Christ-like, I'm sure Jesus wants to be number one. He don't want to be on the same state with everybody else. So if we want to be Christ-like, we should want to be number one. And of course, wouldn't you want to be above other real estate agents?
Who's a real estate agent? Me?
Well, you can believe that. But if you were a doctor, wouldn't you want to be above Dr. So-and-so?
Not really. I like to see him doing a good job and me doing a good job. And that's what I would like to see in anything, like you're talking about the school. Yeah, I don't want to be above everybody else. I like to see everybody get an A. You know what's wrong with that? I want everybody to be smart, get an A. You know, there ain't no top student in the class. Everybody's, everybody's 100 out of 100 in this class. But of course, that's not going to happen in most classes, but I could dig on that.
Oh, here's a good example.
And this will have to be your last point, and we'll take up
I forget who
at
said
the next session.
I forget who said it. It was a famous philosopher. Okay, if everybody in this whole world was Christian, there wouldn't be any Christians, because everybody would be Christian. If everybody was good, there would be no goodness, because everybody, like I was watching one show. If everybody's beautiful, there is no beauty, because there's nobody to be ugly. So if there's nobody stupid, then there's no such thing as smart.
Okay. Now that's like a philosophical observation, which I love, philosophical observations and things like that. We'll get into that in our next program. We've taken up, I'm going to keep this to maybe half-hour segments. And so we're going to take up that the next time we have a program of Miss TaRhee.
Maybe I have more to say.
Of course. And Mr. Rhee. So I thank you two for this enlightening conversation and things like that, and we will continue with this next time. We'll do maybe at least twice a month. Is that good for you guys?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and we thank our audience and everybody that views this video, and we would like your input. It'll be on YouTube and Google Video. We would like your comments and input. Or after you view
want
these.
Negative ones.
We want everything. This girl kind of like, well, I'm not going to say that to make people do that, but
we welcome hate
she can handle it. We want to hear whatever you have to say.
Keep your negative.
No, we welcome hate mail. We'll answer.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Good night. And thank you.